Ask most anyone who has ever studied English what the hardest part of learning the language is, and they might tell you that it is trying to learn all of the idiomatic expressions that English speakers use. While there is no doubt that the language itself is rich and colorful in its expressions, the evolution of American English and its usage has some people, and not just language learners, scratching their heads in disbelief. In a lively and fascinating look at American English, Do You Speak American? Authors Robert McNeil and William Cran explore why the language is unique and how the standard for American English is changing quickly and dramatically. Their book, which is just as entertaining as it is informative, dispels some of myths that some people might have with the language and its usage, as well as examine how it has evolved or de-evolved to where it is today, embarking on a fascinating journey that takes them across the United States from Northeast Appalachia to the Deep South and west to California. The authors observe everyday verbal interactions and in a host of interviews with native speakers. During this linguistic journey, which among other things the celebrates the diversity, celebrate 여러 가지 중에 celebrates 축하 기린다. The authors call the linguistic peculiarities and tradition characteristic of each area as they talk to everyone from scholars, rural Texans, inner city blacks, and even valley girl teenagers. What the authors find out in this potent and compelling study is that interesting or existing, exciting enough to keep your attention complete. The American English, despite what some traditional linguists might claim, is not in decline. Is not in decline, but steady continues to evolve. As such, 그것 자체로 그렇게 해서 그럼으로써 as such 그런 as such 그 자체로 그리하여 such as it is 부정적인 linguistic purists like John Simon who believe that among other things grammatical standards are in serious deterioration deterioration deter deter deterioration and the media saturation of American culture is sadly homogenizing its language and making it too informal. On the other hand, Jess Shadlow, the American editor of the Oxford English Dictionary, argues that people have always spoken informally, and nowadays this informal language is beginning to appear in printed forms where it would have never been used in the past. While examining the histories and controversies surrounding both written and spoken American English, the authors address some of the assumptions and anxieties which are something highly emotional that have been associated with the language. Two of the more controversial areas explored in this book by the author include the growing influence of Spanish, which some have argued is a threat to American English, as well as the evolution of African American vernacular English. Likewise, with their exhilarating investigation of American English, McNeil and Cram make some surprising discoveries when they get out and talk to people around the United States. For example, the authors discovered that despite what some people might otherwise believe, regional dialects continue to thrive in a world of uniform taste. From clothing and fast food chains to television programs and movies. Throughout this book, the authors deliver a lively and compelling exploration of American English with plenty of fresh insights into how modern Americans speak. While traditional linguists might not approve of the ways that Americans are speaking these days, one thing is for certain. As this book shows, the ways that Americans do express themselves is a testament to the impervious nature of a language and its evolution. How well do you know your American English? Mobility, immigration, and racial and ethnic mixing have profoundly affected the American language and the way that it is spoken. Nowhere is this